it for Ariana Irving. Okay, our last vice presidential candidate for the night is Rachel Weir of North Central High School. Sesame Street's Cookie Monster once said, "Sometimes me think, what is friend? And then me say, friend is someone to share their last cookie with." Rachel Weir is definitely someone you would want to share your last cookie with because she's friendly, trustworthy, hardworking, and a leader. I believe that Rachel's great qualities are due to her childhood love of watching Sesame Street. Rachel is friendly and inquisitive like the Cookie Monster, simultaneously dainty and strong like Zoe, supportive like Elmo, and curious like Big Bird. Just as Big Bird leads the Sesame Street crew, Rachel can lead the Indiana State Betas to a successful year of service and achievements. When it comes to people to run for Beta office, I couldn't think of a more eligible person than Rachel. So when you vote, remember that the Cookie Monster doesn't like anything as much as he likes cookies, but I guarantee he would tell you to be a smart cookie and vote for Rachel.
Have you ever been so into a show that nothing can pull you away from that TV? Like, oh my Lanta, season 2 of Stranger Things just aired, and there is nothing you can do to make me miss even a second of my Netflix series. I must not have a life, because I remember as a kid, my parents would have to pull me away from watching my favorite show, Sesame Street. Speaking of Sesame Street, I recently realized 2 things about that show. One, the jingle at the beginning asks kids, "How do you get to Sesame Street?" But they never do tell you how to get to Sesame Street. And second, I now realize that the Sesame Street characters teach us the characteristics we need to know to be successful betas. Take, for example, the Cookie Monster. Besides teaching us that cookies are indeed delicious, he shows us how to be compassionate towards everyone, not just our own little circle. Now, you might say Oscar the Grouch doesn't seem too compassionate at first glance. When you really think about it, he represents betas who don't settle for mediocrity. He is grouchy when he sees a situation that isn't right. But as betas, we should also be grouchy if we see a situation in our school that isn't right. Now, we all have a best friend, but the bestest friends I've ever seen are Bert and Ernie. They taught us not only how to make friends, but how to be good friends. And of course, who could forget Elmo? He is curious, compassionate, loving, but most importantly, he's not afraid to ask questions and admit he doesn't know something. And that's a trait that's hard to come by. Asking questions is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but it's also one of the most rewarding. If I had never gotten the nerve to ask my sponsors questions about running for this position, I would never gain the knowledge I needed to know to stand in front of you today and run for this position. As betas, we should strive to achieve the characteristics of the Sesame Street crew: compassion, excellency, support. So when you vote, be a smart cookie and vote for me, Rachel Lee. Thank you.
Washington Catholic High School skit, if you could please go to the right side of the stage. And also East High, junior, senior high school. East side, just kidding, sorry.
all say
Rachel is A-OK.
family data's there. That's where we meet.
Can you tell me how to get to Rachel Street?
Be a smart cookie. Vote for Rachel!
All right, let's give another round of applause for Rachel Weir of North Central High School. We are now going to move on to our presidential candidates. Our first candidate is Emily Fields of Washington Catholic High School.
Many times we see the success of professionals, but have you ever thought about what they went through to get there? Take, for example, an athlete who was cut from his high school basketball team. He was told he was too short and lacked skills to excel. At this point, he had two options: quit or try harder. He then went on to become the best basketball player in history. Who is this athlete, you might ask? The great Michael Jordan. I'd like to introduce to you someone who has persevered in her life. At birth, Emily's forever family persevered for 3 long years to call her their daughter. As an athlete, Emily has suffered many physical injuries, but she always fought back to be a vital part of the team. Unfortunately, like many of us, Emily has experienced tragedy in her family. From a loss of a cousin, to her dad being sick, to losing her grandfather this year, she persevered through it all. If you want a candidate who perseveres, remember, just do it and vote Emily Fields for Beta State President.
If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? What if someone in the next generation was asked the same question and they answered with your name? Hi, I'm Emily Fields, and I would be honored to be your next Beta State president. We all have someone we admire for their impeccable leadership ability, their hard work, and all they have done. I pledge to always offer a helping hand and a positive attitude to every Beta member. Whether I am right beside you or standing on the sidelines giving you a thumbs up, I want to be there for you when you succeed, and even if you do not. I will accomplish everything that is asked of me, and I will go above and beyond to ensure that your time as a Beta member is beneficial to your future. I have chosen the theme, Just Do It, because there are many things in life that are not easy, but are worth it. As some of you know, I am adopted. My mom and dad fought for 3 long years to let me be their daughter. It was not easy for them at all, but they continued to be persistent. And without them continuing to be persistent, I would not be here with you all today. Our case led to 5 law publications that affected the outcomes of later adoptions. My parents became inspirations to other families because they did not give up. They just did it. I want to help you all become inspirations to others and accomplish great things. As Shia LaBeouf once famously said, don't let your dreams just be dreams. Just do it. Don't let my dreams of becoming your next Beta State president just be dreams. Vote for me, Emily Fields. Just do it. Thank you.
All right, let's give another round of applause for Emily Fields of Washington Catholic High School. If we could have the skit for Bar Reeve to head backstage, please. And Lagodi. So Bar Reeve and Lagodi, if you could take your skits backstage. All right, if everyone could take their seat for our next candidate. All right, up next we have Ashlyn Glander of East Side Junior Senior High School.
My candidate, Ashlyn Glander, one thing you need to know about her is that she takes pride in her work and is very humble. And this, I believe, is what we need as the next Indiana State Beta president. Someone that takes pride in their work and is willing to do anything to serve their community. Ashlyn is involved in many extracurricular activities, and those include National Honor Society, Student Council, Amnesty International, the Creative Writing Club, and of course, Beta Club. She also shares a major characteristic with her favorite Pokemon, Lucario. Lucario is persevered as a great leader, and Ashlyn is a great leader. And Ashlyn is ready to serve them all as your next Indiana Beta president.
Have you ever wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was? Well, that's exactly what I want to be as your next Indiana Beta State president. Hi, I'm Ashlyn Glander, but of course, you can call me Ash. Ever since I was young, I always looked up to the characters in Pokemon. I admired Ash's friendships with not only his Pokemon Pikachu, but his friends Brock and Misty and all of the other Pokemon he encountered. I have seen that here with many of the Betas that I have met. I see Ash exemplifying the pillars of Beta. He has great character and leadership skills well with his Pokemon and his friends. I also see that Ash is always striving for achievement, whether it be in Pokemon battles, being the best Poke trainer, or getting some pretty sweet gym badges. And lastly, Ash serves his Pokemon just as they have served him in battle. So remember, you gotta serve them all with Ashlyn Glander. Thank you.
In order to achieve my goal of becoming the very best Beta president, I need to go catch them all and in order to achieve my goal of becoming In order to achieve my goal of becoming the next Beta State president, I need to go catch all these Betamon in order to lead to
give another round of applause for Ashlyn Glander of Eastside Junior Senior High School. Up next, we have Molly Holstoppel of Bar Reeve High School.
Hello, everyone. Someone once said, if serving is below you, leadership is beyond you. This is so true because a leader is truly a servant to those around them. My best friend Molly Holstoppel has shown me that she has what it takes to be a great leader. She loves helping with kids at her church and helping at the animal shelter. Even in everyday life, Molly is kind, encouraging, and helpful to those around her. She is passionate about helping others achieve their goals. Leading the pride is what she does best, and I'm confident that she has what it takes to be your next Beta president. I'm not lying. Molly Holstoppel is perfect for the job.
Hi Betas, I'm Molly Holstoppel and I want to be your next Beta president. Betas, we all have so much to bring to the table with our different skills and talents. I mean, you all know someone who's creative, someone who's organized, or someone who's just super friendly. We need every single one of you here because you all have unique characteristics to bring to Beta, kind of like the animal kingdom. Now hear me out, I don't think you're all a bunch of animals. But think about it, in The Lion King, all the animals work together and build each other up, even through their imperfections. You all know that everyone has flaws, some more visible than others. Last May, I was in a four-wheeler accident that left me with a large scar on my forehead. Now, I was worried that having such a big imperfection would change how others viewed me. But really, why? Don't we all have scars? We all have things that have left a mark on us, but not all of those marks can be seen. Scar in The Lion King had a huge gash on his eye, as well as his heart. He let those scars fuel his anger and hatred. But then we look at Simba. Simba looked just fine on the outside, but inside he was really torn up about his father's death. But you see that Timon and Pumbaa come to Simba's side and help build him up with positivity. Simba then uses his scars to relate to others hurting and help better the kingdom. We can all have a part in doing the same thing to Beta. We all know people who are struggling and we can be a shining light to them. And that's why we need everyone's help. Together, let's lift people up by serving them. But first, I need your help. If you make me your Beta president, I would love to hear all of your great ideas on how to help serve. And that's why we need everyone's opinions. Vote Molly Holstoppel for president. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
I'm really worried. I don't know who I should vote for Beta president.
Well, here's our motto.
What's a motto?
Nothing. What's the motto with you? Our motto is Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Yeah, if we vote for Molly Holstoppel, there would be no worries.
Molly Holstoppel. She's your best candidate. Molly Holstoppel. She'd be great for the state. She's a great leader and a team player as well. She's your problem-free philosophy. Vote for Molly.
All right, let's hear it for Molly Holstoppel of Bar Reeve High School.
Our last presidential candidate of the evening is Jaylee Wagner of Lagodi High School.
Growing up in a house with 5 brothers, along with being a triplet, my sister, Jaylee Wagner, knows what it takes to work as a team member. She was born 11 weeks early and spent 6 weeks at Riley's Children's Hospital. Jaylee is a member of the Student Council, County Youth Advisory Team, SAD Club, FCA, FACS Club, Spanish Club, 4-H, and she's also a junior member. She does all this while managing and working 2 jobs, which include babysitting and car hopping at our local Dairy Master. She is also a member of the softball, dance, and cheer teams. Jaylee